Welcome back. Now, Gauteng is getting ready to roll out its youth upskilling program that will train 6,000 youths as solar technicians. Premier Panyaza Lesufi announced the program in February, saying it's also an effort for addressing blackouts in the province. So who will qualify to be part of this program, and how do you apply? But also, how is this going to benefit the province? To tell us more, I'm joined by Gauteng City Region Academy CEO Percy Moleke. Thank you so much for your time, Percy. We do appreciate it. Let's just start off with this whole initiative to employ over 6,000 people in Gauteng to install solar in efforts to try and reduce load shedding in the province.
Thank you, Heidi, and good evening to the listeners. So, as you know, I'm currently, in fact, load shed now, and we're all experiencing load shedding. And renewable energy is the way to go. Alternative energy is the way to go. It's a fairly new area for all of us. And as people are putting up solars and thinking about the different options, one of the challenges that we are all facing is there isn't an availability of skilled people to support this growing industry. It's a very growing industry, starting from just the solar panels themselves, the availability thereof in the country. We know that, in fact, most of them are coming from places like Dubai, but we also do not have the necessary skills and expertise in the country. So what the Premier has announced is, in fact, an effort to start building that pool of skilled people in the country, in the province, to be able to support this growing industry of renewable energy in general. And the solar technicians is literally just the beginning of it, because we know everyone is putting solar, but where is the expertise to put that solar? So we're starting there, and we'll be growing this area and growing the skill in this area as we move forward.
So who applies? We do know that 6,000 people are needed. Who applies? How do you qualify? Do you need any specific qualifications to apply for this program?
The beauty of it is the barriers to entry for the solar technicians, particularly the installers, is very low. So you literally need to have a matric and an aptitude for some maths, technical area of sorts. So anyone who has got a matric, is from Gauteng, and is a young person who matriculated before 2016 can apply for this program. And there are various reasons why we've put all of these requirements. But in general, we serve the Gauteng citizens, and therefore this is for the Gauteng citizens. I'm sure other provinces are also thinking about similar initiatives, and the young people from those provinces will benefit from those initiatives. But for now, we are looking for young people who have matric. We also know that we've got a lot of young people who have gone through the TVET colleges. They've done some electrical in the TVET colleges. Those would also qualify. That would be an added advantage. So you don't necessarily need to be an electrician. You need to have an aptitude for things that are electrical, have some maths and so on. We will train you. This is a training program. This is not an employment program yet. It is a training program. So we're looking for these young people. They must apply on our website, on our system. We have shared the email address. And when they email us tomorrow, but they must email tomorrow, when they email, they will get a response that will give them a link. On that link, they will open the link. They will get an application form. They need to complete the application form. It's very simple, and make sure that they load the necessary documents. It's basically your matric certificate or statement, your proof of address, your ID. You load all of those and you submit your application and you wait. I'm sure we're going to get a number of applications. We already have people who have emailed and we have not even opened. So if you've got a matric, you've got an aptitude and an interest in this area, apply, take advantage of this opportunity, and we will then process the applications and come back to the young people who would have been successful.
Okay, Percy, I've completely run out of time, but I just quickly have to ask you, this whole project and initiative, are we aware of how many megawatts it's said to bring to the province? I mean, renewable energy is the way to go now. Do we know at this stage how much we are looking at, or is the plan still underway to finalize that?
The plan is still underway. You would remember that the Premier also announced that we are going to build a solar farm. And that's why we are preparing the capacity to be able to manage all of those. So once the plans for the solar farm have been finalized, we'll get all of those details. But we want to make sure that when the farm is ready, we are not then sitting again and saying there's no skill to be able to produce and manage the farm. And that's why we are readying ourselves as a province from different perspectives to ensure that we address this challenge comprehensively.
Fantastic. I think it's a wonderful initiative, and I do hope that it definitely does succeed. Thank you so much for your time this evening. That was Percy Moleke, who's the Gauteng City Region Academy CEO. And I can't wait to see this solar farm and how this all unfolds.